He looks like he owns credit. Oh my gosh. Man like Arthur from Batman.
Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. How are you? I hope you're well. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. We're back. It's Monday and we're cracking on. We're getting on with all the chasing of the viewings from the weekend, getting the offers in now, collating them, trying to get them up to an acceptable level where we can, and dealing with any maintenance issues that come in over the weekend on the lettings and management side as well. Because, you know, we manage and rent a lot of property as well, all over the place, right down as far as Portsmouth one way to central London the other. So if it is something that you're doing at the moment, you're fed up with and you want an agent that's got your back, then we're there for you. So apart from that, a few bits of news that caught my eye this week. If you're here for the first time, then thanks for joining us. We talk about property. Why? Because we love it. And we're estate agents based in SW16 Norbury, which is between Streatham and Croydon. And we live it and love it. So we're at the coalface. We're doing it every day. And hopefully we can give you some insights as to what's going on right here, right now. So, number one, let's look at some national news. First of all, this is something I noticed in the papers this week, and it's about Finland. And they're saying that Finland perhaps offers the blueprint for the UK's rental crisis. I'm not sure the government will see it this way, but I do see where they're coming from. They're saying that following the collapse of the Soviet Union, they had rent controls then, and they lifted those rent controls for new contracts in 93, and then for all contracts, for some contracts, and then for all in 95. As a result, the number of rental properties jumped from 45%, nearly half. And they basically accredit that to the fact that they actually removed rent controls. And here we are in the UK talking about rent controls, and the housing stock is going down, rents are going up. No surprise, is it? And basically, they're saying that that also encouraged the building boom, because then obviously there was confidence in investment, and that confidence in investment meant that there were more people looking to use buy-to-let as a means to fund their family's education or their retirement, perhaps. But at the moment, the way the legislation is, it's so hard for a UK landlord to do that. So it's interesting to see. And it says it comes as a price of renting across the UK rising rapidly as the supply of property shrinks and the cost of maintaining a let climbs. The crisis prompted Nicola Sturgeon to announce a temporary ban on rent rises in Scotland. Of course, sheet of history now. Rising first-time buyers will be paying off their mortgage into retirement. Well, you know, in Japan, they have these intergenerational mortgages, which, believe it or not, it's not just the lifetime of the person that's in work. It goes on to their children as well. Can you imagine committing for a mortgage and then your children pop along and they've got to take it over as well? But it's interesting to see that it's not surprising to me, really, because of affordability. But new figures show that 17% of all new mortgages taken out in December were for terms of 35 years or more. It's extraordinary, isn't it, to think about 35 years as such a huge commitment. My advice is not to look at the term or the amount, because that's always going to be scary. Look at the payments and whether they're affordable. And if the payments are affordable, then the time's going to pass anyway. So, you know, and in terms of the market, yes, it's fallen back a bit. That makes it a fantastic time to come in and invest, because I think what's going to happen this year is much fewer sellers, a much thinner market on the ground, and therefore what is available is going to be underpinned, because there are still going to be people looking to move and just not enough stock to go around, really. On the rental side, we see that booming for the rest of this year, because it's just crazy the amount of landlords that are looking to sell up every day. I seem to speak to another one that's deciding to sell because of the fact that interest rates have gone up so much. So apart from that, a busy week on valuations this week, which we're really delighted to see, even though it's cold. It's still cold here in London. Apparently, we've got another week of this, and it's always a bit frustrating when you're in the springtime, but you're not, isn't it? Always feels that way in the UK to me anyway. And then, of course, April. What do we get in April? The showers. It just seems to never end, does it? But hopefully in between times, we'll have some sunshine. I saw a great quote today, and I thought I'd share it with you. Because I do like a great quote. And I thought this was fantastic. It will be all right in the end. And if it's not all right, well, then it isn't the end. I like that. Very simple, but good fun. I'll leave you with that thought. Hope you have a fantastic day today. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow with another show. Until then, look after yourselves. And if you can, your family and friends. Ciao.